why don't average women want to date average men?
What?
Wait,
I thought they do.
I don't even think you've asked us that yet. Why don't average women want to date average men? Who says
why
they don't?
average women want to date like average
Because
guys?
of
I feel like they do.
I feel like
I feel like they
Can.
honestly do.
Well, here, let's do it like this. Would you date an average guy?
yes.
What is average? Like average looking?
Average looking, average
know.
personality, average income.
I feel like they would have to meet my average, if not more than that, because if you're not meeting me where I'm at, I don't want your average.
Average personality? Hell no. Absolutely not.
Wait,
Would
what do you
never
mean?
date. I'm not gonna date someone with an average personality.
So you're saying your personality?
I don't
you
think-
need something
Yes,
to-
yes.
Yeah,
Ava has
actually,
an
yeah.
amazing personality.
Thank you. And I agree with that.
Yeah, she needs a lot.
When you
of
say you have an amazing
personality.
personality, like, what do you mean? Like you're funny?
I don't know. Okay, Solo, can you test this? I can't describe my own personality.
Ava is literally the most outgoing
praises.
and like talkative and funny person I've ever met, and she needs a guy that does the same.
Thank you.
But so, from the male perspective, I don't think men prioritize those personality traits. I get as friends, you're like,
yeah, but I
wow,
don't
this is-
care.
Well,
But she wants
Okay.
someone that'll make her feel how
There's someone
she
who
makes her
thinks
friends feel. You know,
there
what I
are
mean?
plenty of guys who do prioritize those traits. Okay, let me tell you.
prioritize humor and
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually,
Damn.
yeah. There's lots of guys that like funny girls.
guys, generally speaking, don't care about a woman being funny.
So,
Like it's
so
really-
you
I
want us to
completely
be
disagree with
sweet and
that.
quiet.
You got it.
Aw.
Spot on.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sucks. I'm not.
Do you think men want women who are not sweet and who are boisterous?
There are men who want me, and I'm not sweet. I'm boisterous.
Okay.
I'm sweet too.
Look, this isn't when I'm throwing these.
no,
things
I know.
out-
I'm
hold on,
just saying,
stop,
like,
stop.
there are a lot of men.
When
who
I'm
do,
throwing
though.
these things out there, I'm not denying that, like, there's no man on the planet Earth that wants you. That's not the case I'm making.
But
here.
you're referring to average men who like average girls. I'm not an average girl, therefore I don't like average men.
So what-
average is going to be the majority. So yeah, a lot of guys probably don't prefer me.
So, but what about you is above average?
I don't think that I'm above average.
Well, you just said
like
you are.
well, okay, but does average mean like average like normal, or does average mean like average amount of goodness? Because again, preference.
Oh
personality
Everyone's
preference.
average is different. So I guess
I'm
your
so
average-
confused. Can you give me like
your
a
average.
You're
your
neither
average.
hot
My
or ugly.
average?
It's all preference. Average to you.
Yeah, that's what but average like boring and normal, or average like better? Because like I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'm like better than everyone else. I just think that like I'm not like super normal.
Okay.
Can you repeat the question?
See, it doesn't.
Which one? The original one? It was
No,
why
the
don't
one-
average women want average men?
I thought we were like doing the whole circle thing where you'll answer it. Whoops.
Well, I guess I'll explain kind of quickly why this rating question is asked and why I think it's important,
'Cause-
and why I think it's important for both men and women, but I think this manifests itself more so in women, having a reasonable self-assessment of your own attractiveness. So
I think it's
just because a guy will dick you down doesn't mean he'll wife you up.
Whoa.
No, it's true.
Well, so,
It
but
very much is.
But there's
same
a
thing with a
difference
girl
here.
though.
Yeah. Same thing with a girl.
Some of my friends be sharking.
Well, I would argue, while it is the case, I'm not denying that this phenomenon happens in the reverse. I think it's way more often the case, like if a woman is going to have a one-night stand, that guy's going to at least be attractive enough. She would be in a
No,
relationship.
actually,
Hold
you're
on, hold
right.
on, just let me finish. She's going to be the guy's going to be at least attractive enough that she would be in a relationship with him on the sole metric of looks. Now, oftentimes, though, you'll see an even different thing. Relationship-minded women who otherwise wouldn't have hookups might break that rule if the guy is really fucking good-looking or really attractive. They might not otherwise really be into hookups, but he's so attractive, it's overwhelming, she's seduced, whatever. Whereas for men, when men are trying to engage in casual sex, they go the opposite direction. A man will have casual sex with a woman that on the sole basis of her physical appearance, he would never be in a relationship with her because she just doesn't meet his baseline level of what he wants for a girlfriend in terms of her looks.
Brian, I be doing that to guys all the time.
You're also a prostitute.
Yeah, but but I'm also avoidant also too.
All right. So again, I'm not denying that women be slumming it from time to time for some dick. No denying it.
Yeah,
Y'all be fucking some weird dude. But again, sometimes what else is because okay, attraction isn't just about looks. There's other components too. So are you just like, it's like some of these
Like-
bad looking dudes, like they're also like terrible personality and whatever?
Like what makes me want to hit it and quit it and like never text them back? Is that the question?
Sure.
I don't know. Just the
Well,
fact.
so you're just fucking dudes with bad personalities.
no.
Who,
So if I go out of my way to have sex,
girls with bad personalities that are also ugly?
yes.
what would that have to?
I didn't say that. I think she said that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so if I'm fucking a guy and he's attractive and he's hot, I mean, I'm gonna fuck him, but I also don't want a relationship, so
But you said he's attractive.
yeah. I'm not gonna fuck an ugly guy.
Wait, hold on. You're literally making my point.
Okay.
You're literally making my point. My argument here is that for a woman to sleep with a guy, he typically has to be at least good looking enough that she would be in a relationship
Right.
with him. But men don't do that. A guy will
Yes,
sleep with a
correct.
girl
I agree with you here.
who's like, he would be like, she could be amazing. She could be amazing. But just on the sole basis of her looks, he'd never be in a relationship with her.
I don't think
because they're
any of
just
us are
trying to get-
arguing.
I agree with
Right,
you.
but you don't have to argue. I'm sure you agree with this because this is a well documented. Well, is
I'm
it
not
documented?
arguing.
It's a phenomenon. Now, the issue is though is when if a woman isn't aware of her own standing in like the social order or whatever, I know it's, oh my God, he's explaining something to me that I disagree with. Oh my God. I don't know. You're rolling your eyes and shit. So I would say this, because women have sexual act, like for example, if I step to a girl and that's outside of my league, it's never considered in her brain, well, I'm not really that attracted to the guy, but he's offering dick, so I guess I'll fuck him for the experience. No, like if I step to a girl that's outside my league, instant rejection. So men, we get rejected on the front end. We get rejected up front. Y'all will get rejected on the back end where you're caught up in a situationship. Why won't he commit? He's a fuck boy, all this stuff. And I'm not saying it's impossible for women to get into relationships, no. But what I am saying is guys will keep you around. They'll sleep with you once, twice, 3 times, situationship,
Yes.
friends with benefits. And on the sole basis of your looks, they're not going to give you commitment. You have at least that limited sexual access to men outside of your league, whereas men don't get any access to women outside of their league. Instant rejection. This isn't a blame game, by the way. Like, I think it's stupid as fuck for men to be sleeping with women who they don't have a genuine romantic interest in. But that's sort of besides the point. This is an actual phenomenon that happens. So what ends up happening is you'll have women who are dealing with a certain caliber of guy, and you'll be chasing those dudes who will never give you commitment, and maybe they'll string you along, you'll be able to sleep with them. And then you'll look at the guys who are actually prepared to give you commitment, who may very well be on your level. You're not going to give them commitment. Maybe when you're 30, it's time to settle down, but by that time, fuck, that's a bad scenario. So I guess ultimately my point here is it's important to know where you stand, because it's very easy as women for you to deal with really attractive men that are going to be jerks or mistreat you or not give you the commitment you're looking for. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand not all women are looking for commitment. I know some women, hold on. Here comes the whore. Some of them, look, some of y'all want to fuck around. Hey, whatever, you know, no judgment. But
That was wholesome.
But I guess if I were to reframe it a little bit like this, do you think, imagine like the average looking dude, above average looking dude. Let's just say he could constantly be getting attention from like really beautiful women, but those really beautiful women never wanted a relationship. They'd fuck him once, twice, keep him around like friends with benefits, never get a relationship though. Do you think the average looking guy would then go and look at the average woman who's willing to be in a relationship with him and be like, yes, I'm going to stop having sex with women who are way more beautiful than you and who are doing all these things for me, and be in a relationship with you? I don't think they would. But that's not the case, of course. But it is the case in the reverse for women. Okay.
Wait, but what are you trying to tell us? Are you trying to tell us that we need to
was
like
very much
lower our
crickets
rankings?
moment.
Well, I think, look.
Because like you said, you started this whole conversation only the
Wait,
tens. These questions are only for the
just
tens.
scoot your mic that way a little bit. And
I'm a little bit confused on like the point of
Yeah,
that.
no, well, the point is that
The point is he's telling us we're not tens.
That we're not.
I'm
10.
pretty sure that's what
Is
he's
that what that whole
I
thing
think
was
he's
about?
telling us that we need to realize that we're not tens. I think.
well, if you're
That's-
fine, look, I'll put it like this. It is a cautionary tale. If you're fine being used by really attractive men who have a bunch
Who said
of
we're being
options.
Instead of being
used?
used.
I mean, if
It's a mutual beneficial.
well, sure, I agree that
Also, you don't know
on
about my
this
sex life?
on these.
Do you know about any of our sex lives?
maybe you're perfectly happy engaging in like casual sexual encounters.
I
know
never
we
even
even
told
do.
you I engage in casual sexual encounters.
Well, that's fine. But what I'm saying is this is a phenomenon that happens where women who are
Yeah, but like,
average
why?
do have access to men above their league. The reverse isn't the case. So once it's like this, and there's a whole bunch of ways I could break it down. But
I think we understand what you're saying. It's more so why. Like, how did this get brought? Like, what's the end? Like, what's the bottom line?
Because if it's fun and exciting to be with that really hot, attractive dude, but just realize if you
Is this
are,
advice?
it's advice. It's
If you'd like to
truth.
take it as that, take it as that.
I just was like, I like thought I was blanking for a second. I was like, how did we get here? What's going
I know,
on?
me too. I got
I'm
really
just saying, once you're used to a certain, there's this psychological phenomenon. Once you're used to a certain caliber of experience, this extends to, for example, you guys, some of you are roommates. Do you guys,
Yeah.
are you guys
Yeah, we
like
together.
live in a room together?
Yeah, we live in the same.
Is it a double
same
or
room.
triple?
It's a double.
Okay. Do you have your own room where you live?
I have not roommates with either of them. Same like area.
But do you have? It doesn't matter where, but do you have a roommate, not a housemate, roommate, somebody who lives in your room?
Yes, triple.
You have a triple. What about you?
Yes, I have double.
Okay, gotcha. So this is a bit of an analogy here. Once you guys get out of college and then one day you guys are all going to be very successful career women, you're going to have your own snazzy apartment, you're living alone, you have your own kitchen, you have your own bathroom, everything can be set how you want it. Once you've had that experience, it's going to be very difficult to go backwards to living like once you've had your own bathroom, you've lived alone, had your own bathroom, it's really hard to go back to sharing a bathroom. Once you've had your own bedroom, it's really hard to go back to having a fucking triple.
Yeah, I think I get what you're saying.
disagree.
But I just don't. I just
But
don't.
why are we so
But
codependent?
people do play comparisons when it comes to dating. So it's like if the next guy you deal with doesn't measure up to another guy you've dealt with, perhaps on a more casual front, you're gonna be like, damn, the sex was better with that guy. He was more attractive. He was XYZ. He maybe you deal with a rich guy or a guy with status. Once you've had that experience, it's like you are going to, whether up front or not, you are going to be playing a comparison game. Like I would say, if I was just running through like really hot, well, I guess I would be, if a bunch of really hot model chicks were running through me and then like, but they won't give me commitment, but now I got to like settle for the average girl, I'm going to be like, damn, I'm going to be less stoked. I'm not going to be as yoked.
That was